Okay, some host to pay Monty Morning Show 2017. Okay,
and I'm catching some winning. And I'm refi. I'm winning. And I'm quite winning. And winning landslide cry. And BBC. Ah, by master. I'm on for business to be.
Are they back on Grovos here?
Now we no more.
Oh, maybe someone a man oh, Caswa, a honorable.
You're far anufu pamo by fool. Anufu, you're far pamo. Because of Sabi, who need the iron coding.
Who need the iron coding?
David,
I see.
We have sensible. Don't worry.
Me who say one former president, Moko US, then is here.
I'm say His Excellency in your invitation.
Okay.
Sir Omran Bekasa or Liberty University. It's Yekujano. And I could university. Mebunu Dombo Afwedi. I'm saying now connect a mechano in Yeko. It's your Liberty and Okokasa. We are Liberty for Bona Basso. Come on. So a Bona Basso and a Kufado the America. I'm also a prayer award, Dibi. But what share on a nom de my president, a Juma power, and some power soon. And a liberty for at the Bona Basso. Now, me crowd is sharing with liberty now. Iriana Oba Howard, Georgetown Black Law students, and a Howard Black Law students, and so a hosting to a lecture. Emma Nebe Kasa on governance of Africa and what Africa has been doing so far. It's then also a University in the never seminar, Mena me boa, and Mebuna no. Now some your hobby. Area teaching a share US chapter NDC for US. And I command my penny once or the two on my name. And I show moon crying. And I send brief film about activities I year back home. The area na yesterday the Ababedu Ghana the Timu studio had my year in terms of NDC. But it was a very good program, well attended and well organized, and I believe it is how the world sees on my penny. So I know that there were interviews on some major US networks, and the kind of reception we're receiving at the various institutions of Korea and how the West now sees him. Obekaya early this year, Oko Harvard. And then right after the Harvard, Liberty. From Liberty to Howard. That should tell you that now the world is seeing him there. He's the best alternative to the problems that he faces in Ghana.
Okay.
And the reason why I cry, some of us, the WGD input, they say, what should be in the Ghanaian economy? And then the mess we find ourselves in, there is only one person alive today who between fix the problem. And that is John Dramani Mahama. Because so if Ghanaians decide to elect a president, the state of where we sit, you need an experienced hands. We will be what governance and our experience in government, why you be paying? Because usually it takes you more than 1 year for your government to establish itself. But because of my penny, it is very easy for him.
Okay.
And Obama, his network across the world and how to stabilize the economy. He's been there before, and the probably bring him, they say, between 2014 2015, commodity crisis now, prices are falling. It was worse than COVID. And so what the economics are saying, that year we had to go to Parliament twice to amend our budget. But quite fast so, Edic is tear Ghana out of it. Even by the time he was going to the IMF, he had a program ready. So you need today, Ghana here John Mahama than any other time. They say the situation we are in today. So they say Kufuor you be and Ghana by now he should have made John Mahama his chief advisor. I cannot pay you sorry. Or be tuka na kwa court president Mahama hono maku chiano. Say, how do you administer? What do you do? How do you get out of this mess? Because when Ghana was hit with crisis, and yet bad management of the economy, crisis are in commodities, oil prices are falling, gold are falling, cocoa falling. Now you are seeing air grumble with it, how President Mahama came out of it. And so for me, we share the kind of invitations, the speaking engagements are around the world now. It is how positive the world sees John Mahama and how the world is looking at the Ghanaian situation and hoping, say, he should be the one to take over. Right? Baby, a coin na utie impenifo number be kasa among komodi. They all know, say, currently it is a mismanagement of the economy. It is only John Mahama that can fix it. The Ghanaians should even be happy, say, yeah, we say John Mahama still active. Now, obit me about Bejakunyano. Now, we're still first, because we need John Mahama now more than ever.
I see.
More than ever. And I'm more than convinced, say, as it stands today, he's the only one who can take us out of the mess we are in.
But now can we say President Akufo-Addo, sorry, and Opare Addo Esq. But during the days, President I want to see Emma Ghana Funyina who say President Mahama about governors said you were more number and Wababa Begia Kunyan. So why do you think will be a Wakikan same way in our fan honor or go to him and there say advise me?
Unze Emra na Akufo-Addo to ne sabi osabi mon fan chemi ise hunu na no kika no. President Mahama ka che ne say akonya na oteso no ntena so da.
Okay.
So the difficulties and challenges that comes with being in government unnim nti akanya abotre na se obi wa futu ana se obi wa same way bi kan ebia na President Rollins Satana President Rollins te ase and as a President Kofo na umbetumi aka nsem bi se bi omo na omunnim but omo mpo no because omo ba dream ba fa no matena konya ni mu pen no omunnim problems the challenges out akonya no etui e confront no they were not sounding as pedestrian as an Akufo-Addo is sounding and the myth around Akufo-Addo is broken. Obianim say wabon. Obianim say he's not on top of issues. Obianim say in sembe bre no kan ya Ghana fonya rehemu di muni na na ye ntrolling kontompo. So maybe na Akufo-Addo and in any proper democracy asebe nipa no ye reasonable or dream or mine hono. But Akufo-Addo should have been calling for early elections. By now, you should have been calling for. But you see, the mess we are in, okay? Your GDP, your cost to GDP, over 100%. Almost sweepy debt. IMF buy almost sweepy debt in the area. Saying 10 point something percent. Abroso. First, we are telling us 80 point something. Then BB point. Saying. So clearly, we have failed. And where we are, where we sit, where we stand as a country, there is no hope. Clearly, even going to the IMF without a program. IMF does not bring you programs. So when I do program, but when he announced or IMF, I don't need program. So that should tell us that the man doesn't know his left from his right. But you see, because when you hand over your country to be a sub, third class with university economics. Some of our Ghana my national is also third class amembo not the amount. And that is exactly what Akufo-Addo has given us. It's me modie me futu am woman na do dan Akufo-Addo me am kru mu ni am ni fie kropon e futu am de man na se na ne kanopa bi asore a iti humble pie na ko bro ho ase na President Mahama nkyere wadwuma no help you no ma we futu no yin fi ba bia ogina sisi am na Ghana enfa ne tuma pa infra. I see
yanko yanim yemra fie na yenhwa de o party outdom a wona odi mabuno anim as youth organizer. Reorganization cost no much fan wom den so far no programs are cost no gidi say a regime wo at the 2024 elections.
The bia me ka say to the Roosevelt Kasembi me kan brofo me kotino na me da betri mu. I say it is not the critic who counts nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcomings, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievements, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails whilst daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls, who neither knows victory nor defeat. That is the man in the arena. where we stand as a party, maybe I'm going to say we should count our blessings and name them one by one. And I'll tell you why.
Me too.
Party Yawa Bible in 2016, your core elections with all the state support and all the resources are now. We could only manage 44%. Near Wabaimu. Now, yes, Lucy 56 seats in our parliament. And then in 2018, November, you elected a new set of national officers. And I saw in 2018, until 2019, and you started a Juma. We had 1 year before 2020 elections. In 2020, between March, the first quarter, March till about June, there was no activity because of COVID. It's no biashademu. Then we go into the 2020 elections. You contested elections, no court said we did not lose. So you close over 1 million deficit now, you did lose in 2016. Every claiming 56 seats now you lose here in 2016. To the extent that and yet to trust them, any soldier for any Sembonibia course would have gotten almost 140 seats. Yes, I elected for the first time opposition party and I party in Yabemu, yes, I elected Speaker of Parliament. You can only give credit to that team here, yes, Ejumawe. In 1 year, I'm the party, we turned over the fortunes of the party. And yet, people sit somewhere and say, this crop of national officers, right from constituencies, region to national, and I don't know what kind of work they were expecting us to do. Yes, I, every 2020 elections, I call High Supreme Court say, Omar Podi Akufo-Addo victory. That's all. We started by organizing various programs. One, a fact-finding team went out there to ascertain why we lost the elections. Based on Supreme Court in Seminole Mokai and another, I didn't need me 50 plus 1 now you started here regional retreats where you started with the national retreats. I, as a national youth organizer, organized the first retreat for the youth organizers across the country. And a total assessment of what went wrong, where the successes were, and how we can replicate it in other places. You're in a national, and so you call Volta region, you assess it totally. Regional secretaries in Abaye. You're in a national retreat, no near say. You're decentralizing your core regions, and let the constituencies to come and tell us, like a fact-finding mission, what happened in your constituency, so that where there are best practices, we'll share them. Maybe I told Sini Yebeche. We had a clearer picture of where our challenges were, where our achievements were, and what we needed to do to improve. And then the next stage was to do the regional audits to assess the true strength of the party in every region, constituency by constituency, branch by branch. Audits, no. That does not come for some time. You saw national officers in Ashanti, but audit the crown. In such a way, so you break in into groups. You realize that Ashanti and Eastern were our worst performing regions. See, no. 14 regions, no, and you descending into Ashanti and Eastern region to assess the true state of our branches. Whilst that was ongoing, and you started branch re-registration of new members. Branch elections. Branch elections across all the almost 38,000 polling stations.
Okay.
Next week, in Yamea Doma, 275 constituencies, elected constituency executives. Nomination forms for regions. Next week, nationalists will be on Modier, as and when the processes
okay.
Clearly, we've put the party in a very good shape. And I can only commend everybody, right from the branch executives to Yanma Awashono. Over the last election, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of funny things. Now, there be the tale of hunting. Say, Obombofo you don't know Okoyi number. Yeah, you tell Obombofo Nasem. Yente Mwanasem.
Okay.
So every day, the tales of hunting favors the hunter. But the many times the hunter, be hunting. And so if you are the man in the arena, send you move in the arena anymore. But let the data reflect, say, ever since I became national youth organizer, the kind of ejuma I. And if you look at the last elections, the 2020 elections, so if I decide to run you through the activities of the youth wing, and the youth wing I bet 2 years in 2018 now, and the youth wing of today, and how we've rebranded the NDC's youth wing, and in the positioning of your students wing, and how attractive Tain has become, we can only give credit to Nyame. And the team members, from our constituency youth organizers, our branch youth organizers, and then our national officers. Minia, now, if you know the story of the NDC's youth wing, it was one of the demotivated departments after 2016. It was non-existent. Now you need youth wing. But in the last elections, look at the data. About 55% of those who turned out to vote were youthful people.
Wow.
So if the NDC achieves so much success, go into every constituency, go and look at the contributions of young people and find out what happened. Bronibi Kanas was leadership is a cause. What follows are the effects of leadership. So you may not have seen Opare Addo every day in your constituency. But any capacity building, any training, that is the results you saw. There is no youth organizer in this country. 275 constituencies, no. Times 2. Plus other youth are young 4 months a whole day and training on how they can effectively mobilize in their constituencies. There is no youth organizer. To the extent that we did not just train our youth organizers, we even trained branch youth organizers. We build capacities. Because this is a memo Juma. Now I'm in training on how to go about it. They have to train you as an ultimate council. And that is the kind of training we brought on board. I've heard people say, the Opare Addo movie. I say this on your radio station, free, and you can check. There is no national officer what taught Ghana since George Opare Addo in the last 2 years. And I say it for free. And you see, you can call the regions, call the regional chairman, call the constituency chairman, call the regional secretaries, the regional organizers, and the regional youth organizers, including the constituency youth organizers, and ask them, say, is there any constituency in this country that from 2019 up to 2020, man be more than twice, sir? But the job of the organizer is not to be putting out your activities on TV and radio.
Okay.
And then this year, reduce a Juma to social media. Until they say, why on social media, Juma? And I want to TV so and radio so. That's one year Juma. I am an organizer, I'm not a communicator. Media say, I will get the job done on the ground. Did the NDC get the job done on the ground? Yes. Did we turn out the votes? Yes. Who is behind those successes? Who got the job done? Who was the man in the arena? But you listen to a lot of stories and then people go like, and you see, in the coming days, we documented it. But for strategic reasons, when some of the works now we were not putting out, because you see, only MPP for an airport.
Okay.
So me ba radio go down na me be ye adwuma. Na me ba be shiamo. Na me no network wie as a political strategist. Na me wie adwuma me na me dey ato abonte. The MPP is better resourced than you. Unya fi yoko e omba be siwechi. Adwuma ye omba be say no. So some of the votes we got, and you see, if the NDC will be fair and do a critical analysis of results, you realize the road that you should take. The digital campaign the NDC ran in 2020, and I say this for free. I set up an office in Abelinkwe. 80% of the social media works you saw, how to reach young people, came from the youth wing under my command.
80%?
80%. It didn't come from the communications department. Most of the content you saw the NDC generates during the last elections came from my office. There were so many things we did. 2 days to the national elections, Accra, there were green t-shirts all over Accra. It was the Opare Addo and the youth wing that was doing it, together with the Greater Accra Youth Wing. The things we did, any Juma, to position the NDC where it is today for the victory we got. There are constituencies I spent 3 days at G-Seats, you know. You can find out from Timpani, the MP. Find out from Salaga North, baby, I'm in the one area. Find out how many days I was in the constituency. Slept there. But this way, we don't put out pictures. Then about advocacy. In 2021.
I am a trader, no, man.
Was it?
I am a trader.
Mate, about say advocacy, ne, akukudro, ne, sebe, ye di imebunanim. In 2021, Emra na buying we MPs will be a demonstration acronym we year day. Ultra let us say it was get work court. Who broke our jinx? Head of the Opare Addo. Omuka so mu be a demonstration okruma anoma. You fix it for say fix the country for debe. Say COVID day, you say terror alert. Who took on the police? Who pointed out to the police omumra na no mukuti ne krana expand no munim de omoye. When you share Bema Mom Dim Mebunanim, Emra Jura issue this year, who led the March for Justice? George Opare Addo. Now, Sabi, Mimi Yoku could do for now, and Yoku could do for. Being bold and being courageous is not about shouting, but it's about getting the job done. Emra, ye levy by ya, hey. Who led that biggest demonstration? Demonstration, you know. Under this dispensation, has there been any bigger demonstration than Yenchia demonstration? In the last 5 years ago position, has the NDC organized and has anybody organized any bigger demonstration than Yenchia? Who led the Yenchia demonstration? And George Opare Addo. So there are so many things that we have done and we have positioned the youth wing. Right? If I decide to talk about my achievement today, and 10 across the country, is more active and more stronger than even TESCON.
Yeah, container.
Tertiary Education Institutions Network. Yeah, Mebuluna, tertiary schools, tertiary institutions.
Okay.
You say universities, schools you are no. Today, 10 are more attractive. 10 are see any other organization on campus because of what leadership. And I'm the leadership is a cause. The DHN, the effects of it. Oba student fronts, student wings, nooks, before we came, the MPP dominated all of it. Today, look at the people who are leading most of these organizations, or more affiliations. These are not things we say. Remember, every youth organizer who contested assembly elections just support you. This is the best resourced youth wing under my watch. In 2016, when we were in power, youth organizers, no be any motorbike. Under my watch, every youth organizer in this country, every constituency, in one motorbike. In opposition, every regional youth organizer was given a vehicle. Me, on my own, I gave the NDC 5 pickups.
5 pickups?
5 pickups to the youth wing. 5. I said that His Excellency President Mama, at the 11, and the chairman of the youth organizers. No. So there are so many things we've done. Ask the youth organizers. We came out with an alpha project. There was not, for instance, free SHS. You set up call center. And the leadership of the party knows this. You're reaching out to parents and Omomako free SHS through phone calls. Even students, no. Because we got a lot of data. And here from to explain the alternative policies of the NDC. So the things we have done are unprecedented. But you don't find people like me putting my faces everywhere. In the last elections, so there were giant billboards, Save Ghana Now, giant billboards about, because some of the things that we saw is that people had become, NDC people. Okay. So we had to run surrogate campaigns. Big billboards are not MP before I could pulling it down. Portraying that all those billboards came from George Opare Addo. I say this for free. The concept of President Mama, nation builder, not President Mama, so the narration of the nation builder. I say who brought it? It is George Opare Addo.
The nation builder.
The nation builder concept. I designed it all. Find out. The nation builder. Because the question we asked is, what do Ghanaians know John Mahama for? He built. He's a nation builder. It came from the youth wing, George Opare Addo's youth wing, the youth wing that was led by George Opare Addo. In 70 years, and there's so much we have done. But people refuse to see because of almost every person. But we will continue to pursue what we are doing. And some of us, relenting because you see, we have sowed a dear diapa and a swabapa. I am happy today to see, sir, the most vibrant department of the NDC is the youth wing. You can choose to differ, but in every constituency, look at the caliber of people who are contesting for youth organizer. And previously, look at the people who were contesting. Look at the competition about the youth department. It is because of how we have positioned it. To the extent that you are getting people who are communicating officers, leaving communications to come and contest for youth organizers. The number of people who have left on portfolios, we have organizers, deputy organizers, leaving their positions, come and contest for youth organizers. Because of the kind of leadership about the youth front. And in the last elections, the kind of youth mobilization a course, the number of youth volunteers are a course. We can only give credit where it is due. And so I can assure you, sir, we are on a positive line. PAMPASO and Diana, whatever we say, Diana, and I am very certain, sir, the good people of the NDC, they'll go ahead and retain me.
I see. My maybe saw a question way. The issue about programs are more running or the youth wing and wabeka say ababe vibrant. Abeya konopa mane mujina monaso mujumadia mudi even some organizers crap so mo join them no. Abani sika semwa munye sika because obi wo abeka me office ya mama sika intimate me anya adwuma musika sem se na tie.
It is very true. The whole campaign, the NDC gave me 2,000 cedis.
2,000 Ghana cedis.
But I want to thank His Excellency President Mahama.
The whole campaign?
The whole campaign. The
for
NDC,
2020
elections, the NDC gave me 2,000
20 million. 100 Ghana,
2,000 Ghana cedis. That is the money the NDC gave me. And you can find out from the National Party headquarters. 90% of the programs are me, and I've not taken them. I mean, Koji, far budget in party office, Koji is Kada. But there is nobody who has organized more programs than the youth wing.
90% of Juma Mayeno.
We've not taken. I've not presented a budget to the NDC's party office that any program.
2,000 cedis.
Let's say in 2020, the NDC gave me 2,000 Ghana cedis during the campaign. That is the only money I got for the campaign in 2020. That notwithstanding, His Excellency President Mahama, the National Chairman, the General Secretary, have been very supportive. Every program we have done, we've gotten full participation. When in chair demonstration, we got support from His Excellency President Mahama. March for Justice, we got support from his office. When we started the motorbike distribution, Volta, Eastern, President Mahama came to our aid and supported us with the others. You started vehicle distributions. First 5 New Year, President Mahama came to our aid and added additional vehicles for us. It's, we have gotten support. But in terms of programs that are running, I have generated my own resources and funds from Crawford, donors, friends, people who support us to run. And I say this, no department in the NDC have run more programs than the youth wing. Supporting of 10 programs across the boot camps are here, and I say, we had very good partnership from very formidable organizations. For instance, FES, very supportive. And they've developed, them help here develop here training. But I can say it for free, funding has not come. Even when the demonstration, you can ask at the FEC. Whatever money is in Crawford, I put out everything and I accounted. Balance the car, March for Justice, balance the car. I gave it back to the party. 3,000. When we had finished, we got a donation. You can find out from the General Secretary. I gave back the money. So we have worked independently. We have managed to resource. In the last elections, you can find out from the constituency organizers. When we started a program, a friend Alpha program, I resourced them to do the Alpha program. On the day of elections, I sent money to every constituency to forward their motorbikes to be able to do the job we assigned them to do. And all this came from people who supported us generously, quietly. And because of their networks, and they run here. But the NDC itself, the leadership, has done very well. My national organizer, my national chairman, nobody puts any impediments in our way.
Okay.
And at any time, President Mama has attended most of our programs. Kuforidia, Kumasi, everywhere we've invited him to a youth program. So you're available on Kwandi Obeba. And that support alone gives us confidence. When we are raising funds from donors, they are confident, whatever we are using it for now is going to support the NDC. So we've been very successful. And you may assume a lot of things, but in the coming days, I will be putting out a book on my works for the youth wing. It may cause a bit of a, but the truth is that this is what the truth is.
Ajuma why
Ajuma
also why green book.
Oh, say Juma. It's all accounting.
Okay.
Say me 4 years now. So.
Okay.
I'm the 2 me share me, sir.
Yeah.
I have to go back to the delegates who gave me that power. Say in 4 years, then I met me. So I must account to them. Maybe I'm a 2 youth wing. Maybe I do anywhere we intend to take it to again in the next 4 years. Say Nyame normally 2 minutes share, sir, and we will account to the people.
Okombe also beto adwuma so na odi si.
Oh, adwuma sini ni aketua.
Adwuma isi ni aketua.
Baby, baby I adwuma na du no. Me de me gidi say institutions, the structures are establishing. We have a youth wing that is working and is in progress and is in motion. We just need to complete adwuma na no. And for me, it is my dream and vision say we shall return President Mahama to the Flagstaff House at all costs. Where we have learned valuable lessons. And now the abrophobia and then they asked me a question, say, what are we going to do? In 2020, we rehearsed for every scenario after that West we gone. But what we did not anticipate was that men in uniform, the military and then the police, and there was some protecting. No more making sure say they themselves will turn around and inflict pain and they to trust them on innocent Ghanaians. But now we know that can happen. So when we are preparing for 2024, because of the experience now, we'll prepare for every scenario so that we leave no stone unturned. Because for us, the 2024 elections is a do or die affair. Do or die not because you're nipa. But because the destiny of this country is at stake. And so whatever within the remits of the law, I was here, Nagana, we will do it. And if it even means we must protect our ballots at the peril of our lives, so that a chamber, we will do it. So we will rehearse every scenario, including when the course will teach SNCB how we handle it. So that we leave no stone unturned. Because as for 2024, it is a call on every Ghanaian. Say, you found who after 1957, it is 2024. And as every Ghanaian must fight for that freedom. For economic freedom, for self-restoration, and as Ghana for any dignity. Because today, we have no dignity left as a nation. A country that today is compared to Sri Lanka. We are more like a failed state. And I said, say, we are soldier ni, we are police ni, that's a ball par. Say the course of 2020 because this time around, nobody will go to the polling station and come back home in a body bag. It won't happen again.
I see. Then Bema Ajuma and 24 now party mother share on 4 years ago. Na ye kwa bato yama 2000 office. Say sign in your panasan to us with then show cry.
The love of the party. But this is me ex gratia in 2017. I donated it back to the NDC.
Ojo ex gratia.
Yeah,
2017 was minimum now NDC.
Yes. I gave in 2017 reorganization. My constituency be 1,000 Ghana cities.
Constituency be
every constituency across the country. The records are there.
Now more than reorganization.
Yeah, starting you lose elections now you're reorganizing. When I took my ex-gratia, I'm for one city crown coffee. I gave it back to the NDC.
George Yesikani.
Me Yesikani, but me do NDC I'm you na me someone. I say. When I got the money, I gave each and the record you can find out from the regional executives, the national and then the constituency executives. My constituency be 1,000 Ghana cities. It is the love I have for the NDC. I have made many sacrifices for this party. Not because but because me GD say I have been a beneficiary of the NDC. If not for anything, at 26, 27, NDC Chairman Unyam am the youngest chief executive in the history of this country.
26, 27 years.
Yes, NDC Chairman
Unyam. Chief executive officer.
So if not for anything,
district man no.
Akwapim North.
Akwapim North district.
Yes, municipal.
Municipal.
It started as a district. I was the last district chief executive and the first municipal chief executive.
Wow.
In Akwapim
Who
North.
8 years?
The patrol, President Mama Daroma, me the 8 years. So if not for anything, and Unyama party in Ashami, when I live and give my life to the NDC, I've done nothing. And I believe in the service of the NDC. And I'll continue in whatever capacity I find myself. I gave my ex-gratia back to the NDC.
Wow.
So that should tell you my commitment and love for the NDC. And these are not just talks. These are things that happen and you can verify. And there are many more. Yes, radio. But there are many more interventions we've done. And I keep saying that a lot of the things you see that have happened in the last elections, check social media, Facebook for accounts, the number of people who sponsored political acts. 1 was President Mahama, 2 was Nana Addo Dankwa, 3 was George Opare Addo. George Opare Addo. Facebook, you can double check. Almost sponsor political ads on social media. John Mahama was number 1. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was number 2. The third name was not the National Democratic Congress. It was George Opare Addo.
Wow.
You can double check on Facebook. And these are facts. Facts are sacred. Don't people and comment. Yeah. So these are things we have done. And yes, but it is because of the love we have for the NDC, and we continue to support it. And you would say same baby, but sometimes the TBI
yeah. But could be a tea and say, you to organize an on your shit. Oh, can you be an near day or a body? What to be, sir?
Yeah.
What to be, sir?
Yeah, we meet to Nima. As what most people don't know. Kwachimota School at Disador College.
We are Nima boy.
Yeah, we meet to Nima. The Kwachimota School at Disador College. A vandal.
Wow.
Let's say, Emrana Ubien's me a demonstration with Kruma 2001. Who led the demonstration that broke that jinx? And here's the Parade. 2021 now fixed it for elections now. A demonstration who took on the government and did the first demonstration. Demonstration. In 1 year, between 2021 and 2022, I led 2 demonstrations in this country. March for Justice, why in the lead year? Who orchestrated? Why in a year? And I'm going to say, and yet, Anufu near the Pamo Bay. And now, Akukudro, and ye did the keke. It is the strategy and how you go about it. When you are looking for bold spirits, I'm not a timorous solo. And bold spirit is not those who shout on top of their voice, I'm a bold spirit. Let the deeds that you do speak for it. So what kind of... And I mean, the job gets done. Has the job been done? Yes. So what is it? The level of advocacy, the number of press conferences. Sometimes, you're afraid to be fatigued. So you have to be strategic in everything. And today, politics, choboy and twabebi. Politics is a science, and you're data driven. And because sure say, check what happened in the last elections. Find out from them, say, who had the best organized social media team. Content, 80% of the contents you saw in the last elections, reaching out to young people. Because young people, the first information, your phone. So.
Yeah.
So almost all the content you have seen on your phone was coming from the Opare Addo office. And ask them. People thought it was the communications. It was not coming from the communications department. They were even coming to us for information to share.
The communications
department.
Yes,
I tell you for free. Yes, they were bringing pen drives to come and copy information. I had a whole content developing team. Now, because I said, most of the things you saw, and in the coming days, we'll put some of them out.
Like you mean business?
And I'm going to say, today, politics is strategy. And you did it. And you can say, and I say, politics is a science. So you apply and you get the results. You saw a lot of youth participation. It just didn't happen. It was because of the works that we did. The number of volunteers who volunteered to work. And I say, check our universities and check activism on their campuses. In 2016, we lost almost all our campuses. Go and check in 2020. areas that were very difficult areas, we were closing the gaps. Check our results on Tech Campus. Check our results on Legon Campus. UPS, we won all the 2 campus polling stations there. Even Cedar, Accra, Pauline, check the results. And I'm saying that in the coming days, we will put out the facts and figures so that people will begin to see what we have done. And because today in the NDC, you're reducing the job of work. And it's what about better now reduce so now we but check here, research proves that radio and TV only contributes 20% of it to electoral fortunes.
Radio and TV.
Yeah, radio and TV only contributes 20%. Research has proven. Social media is now coming in strongly. But even that, nothing beats legs on the grounds, organization on the grounds. If you don't organize yourself on the ground, you will not get the results you want. And, hard work for the NDC is not just on radio and TV. Hard work is those who go on the grounds and get the results done. On election day, radio, any TV, they collating results, man. On election day, bringing people out to come and vote, radio, any TV. If you don't have organizers on the ground to drag out the votes, you do get the results you're looking for. So everybody has his job. I'm not a communicator. My job is an organizer. And that's to the best of my ability. I have organized a very formidable youth front.
Pensionum na mentwa me homra tinated venike ewo ha na yeka tinated venike tinated eba center fonro baako a womo ede abadwa manso no na ayedru nwaso a me manage ho pa sanse adru no me ye no anyi nipa no bi emma ne me manyina no ayema ye nyina na wo ye be ma ne utie me na afen so sabi odwonso a wote ya wo be mam obre ansa na wadwonso obi wo ho a ote obi ba ho na odwonso abekọ no na ochim na ne ko ho ntin pa anya sem ketwa dwonso keka wo dwonso no ho akwa echim ma menchim na so kokonya mema mienu na omu gina the same place na wo mo echim dwonso a ne chese chim na akwa competition ti we chim sa obi hu dia na dia agege ene dia na dia eden ewo form na enei uya be ma na obema ensuo fita firimu eba tinated venike na benom yade edroben ato bema mu a tinated venike na benom na atime yiri afiri honum ede ama yankoma ne so sanse omuni ho a yeni ho na uyo ba na wutie me na ubunsa emaye unya buffalo na urim se etwa den tot ni nyina yade uyo ba na wutie me na sabi ubunsa enei yede wo adane calendar wo fa ban ho yete se wo kamu a ne ehunu sampa bosome no akona wiye ne nyina no yade yete se wo kamu ehunu sampa bosome no emu obu mienu ne nyina no yade yete se wo kamu a ne jese bosome no ahyase ne nyina no mesrem enye normal ena ma no bebre nso ho no mo a utimi se ye nuane ya na se ye didi ni nsu a ye nom ne nyina no galamse ada romanti no ye twa bramo no wate ase ye twa bramo no mesrem o time so yenso betwa bra tinated venike ena ema sabio white ayemo ama white no ede eye enkambi aba ni padua no ho ama wo ha kura na utimi so obam kekawo ena edwam ni wuti asori dem ni wuti ena doro station ni wuti onam na wuti nso na woda ni nyina no yade mesrew tinated venike ena ne awie mekanfo ede ama eti bowra eye pharmaceutical shops bia mu a atwa Ghana ho ehia na kope bito but ebia now pese one tinated eba for din koma number no enie 0208 160 807 and 0276 875 yes so 0243 106 856 Heart Builders Real Estate ewo ha na mameka semba akonchiro akwantu nyina yatu no o pese nei ye kase ampa obaaye wa mama me bo odache abro ese utimi cement stay na se ubetimi cement stay a ese unya sase esanse na na ya brantie ochina bi no bebo akokra ene na wa hode a wo kwa adwuma ba a wonya sika di tu adan ka ochina bi no ebia na kwanya no antimi amama o etenei Heart Builders Real Estate say yesusu ne bra akache fa kakra beto ase na ne yakane spread them out tie na mameka asem ba akoso nkyere o se nipa nya sika yebisa ne fie o yemisa ne sika etiete se obi wo sika yemisa ne sika yese no account tum yesi wasi dan do sen eno pe ka akora de nka wo ze ka obetimi akọ ha one nam mekrom ko bi poiso a ebetimi akọ ahwe na kunkuron but ebisa se papa sumasi na bro san tenten na si wo na chese ene oye defo pa o boss yensi edan si dua so eya asase na beto na afesu no watimi anya san kwanya no etene se eka asase asema memo abumfu but nei ope company kita track record e won sase tom a memekosi boache metimi di miti ato ma wom se oto asase e wom ho a unu ho da no eno ane Heart Builders Real Estate etian kan yen hye ne so yon sase eguchopoli Shy Hills ena ningo pram 13,000 15,000 20,000 and 25,000 obeto ase na wa mount flexible payment terms san sensu to for more thing into onyere wakwawo emeji ubotum sika nyina da ana waka so sika nyina oso de to ase bosumi bia no be hyehye na ode kakra aba besoso na enwan twa asase no ma nso no na wa start your project no enso atimi ahyase oto asase we ho na se wontimi nsia Brakache, since your construction of buildings, your roofing, ebia, odum pempen, so a person board down so, near Salconiana Hordin in Hua, and near Meshe, you have also at the amount, borehole drilling, you be 2 borehole be amount, na you're treating the kama, obitimian no more, and fashion, and so anything, emerald, Sansona, your architectural drawings, ubu or that so be so pese or project be na sa project na se de to paper so ye be a project na de to paper so the amount yes ani mani nyina esan so etu bio digester e friend say o flash ya no na ahye ni nyina no e ade se ye enya asem keto ye san tonton adansie hu enema o yakache na e ba no plumbing materials a Mr. Oton dodo a within Greater Accra ye be more free transport sana nhye no so etie etibra yakache aye Ashaman Mandela Park na wo hodom no ye ne no enedi animhwe 0593 244 322 0593 244 322 and 0555 314806 Baheba Center say media makachere mo he nyame ya doma Sunday we Heart to folk bo eye omo Africa omo koje tre return leg no baso afrie banie woni hunuano muntie mamakofo no munye obia me kai House of Folk any St George's Ethiopia omo bo House of Folk kanai has ba omo bankran ema has logo om dom ko bo ase within 15 minutes na 2 goals so nkrofon se emobium esan se safo no masa no mu no mpemu odene etosi obetwa mesuro odisi nko a twa na malifo no mu obia eti sanse enei masa odompem kura bubu a Bahemba Center Bahemba Center ntino yebekeke ni nyina sieni kete obesan boboro no biem etu ye player na utiemi a boss mensu kura osi a twa ne yanko yanim ebia onya accident pen ama unamu buye wodi ko ba bia feche na no bra yebe san hwe biem na fesu no watimi anante kama ebia na wakofrudua ona afechere okotudwe ahono eba ne nompam yade a na nse utimi se wada no emu onyunu pa first na June July nso to isi ade September October ene nso ni to eti amanfo jonku ene wo nompam ewiom nwi anya semketo me so Bahemba Center kachi de nompam yade nko a ene ye hwa anya semketo de ba ne yade bi so to stroke gono madness adwum how yade epilepsy twere yade stomach ulcer sexual weakness ni nyina no fabra Bahemba Center akache mesrew ye obabi ama na me mada etinu wachirichiri benche amensuro wachirichiri amensuro ba obenya babi adakama ye behwe ma ho atɔ na ewia ye gya kwan mesrew ye sanso ewo ultramodern machines ye body checkup to ba your machines ye be wuro no podo na do so mu atimi so sampa ye de we na tete onye so be kan ade na ne am wodro da bi ese ye sure say ye de na wo kan ɛno ano no ne nyina no ɛyɛ ban herbal center yɛakakye ɛna bɛhunu nea meka ɛho asɛm kyerɛ wo yi na mesrɛ wohwɛ akyira kwan a yɛwɔ tema lahyebi sɛ wofi ahyɛama na wokɔ a wodu community 16 junction a woduru bawo city a bisa ase ɛna sɛ wofiri spinters na wokɔ a wodu community 18 junction a bisa ase wokɔ Kumase a atonsu agogo aban yaresabea no yɛwɔ kyiri hɔ no mpɛɛ wokɔ Koforidua a yɛwɔ adweso 205 bus stop yɛbɛn Koforidua sports stadium ɛne yɛni nkɔmmɔ 0244 988 004 yɛsan so wɔ 0200 226 999 ɛna yɛsan so wɔ 0244 083 482 akyɛmfoɔ bae wɔse anyarewa nyinaa ɛnso ɛbɛdwane ɛti na kyɛ sɛ no nso ɛno no na afei na wode kasa video no ato hɔ no mu a ɛha ɛyɛ Radio Gold 90.5 FM din ɛde kwasi boakye mene George Opare Addo Pablo ɔyɛ national youth organizer ɛde ma NDC amanyɔkuo no nkɔmmɔ twetwe ɛne yɛ twetwe a ɛbabi yɛdu no deɛ yɛduru ɛbu no mu paa a ɛnya asɛm kutɔ messages do na aba ɛwɔ ha no ma yɛbɛkenkan kakra ɛnso ɛde amammoɔ messages do na ɛwɔ ha messages do na atimi aba ɛnya asɛm ketewa abranteɛ baako ɔsɛ fɛ no Capito Sabato ɔsɛ boakye mekyia wo mepakyɛw kakyɛ my man Pablo sɛ wayɛ adeɛ papaapa na inshallah NDC amanyɔkuo no ɛmomabunu nyinaa ɛtɛ n'akyi ti no ɔmo adwuma montie ne obi abɛka ɔsɛ fɛ me ɛyɛ Capito Sabato Accra Newtown Paradise NDC chairman ɛna ɔno nso ɛde ne deɛ aba no Baraka Abdul Karim said the boot camp was very awesome. No.
Innovations in the idea.
Okay.
Boot camp was for 10 students, capacity building.
Okay.
Yeah, in the northern sector, southern sector. Next 2 weeks, caught middle belt, Ashanti.
I see.
But it was a very interactive and
okay.
session.
Okay. If it will be some Banful or say Opare Addo, still the best youth leader, no challenger, or no so dear Kakra, or de Abba, and no. Ali Jacob said, good job, bro, NDC. And wama aye mazos wa hanmo tim sampa ekuye de mano e mabia damba and social jumadin live etina chese ne tie no mamechia ni brown na mechia Enoch Jetiate na menua pani bi nso wo eye US of A ye friend no eye Dr. Lawrence Apia oso ochia wo
Dr. Lawrence. Weekend, the crown and then the president, Mama.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, yeah.
Wow. Dr. Lawrence Apia said, Chia Pablo, Emame, Pablo, Ntina just on also the no. Na touching so Holland. Nana touching so Holland. I say, you are the man, God bless you. Okay. On also share Jumadin live. Also send my greetings to the youth organizer. He's the best. Nana touchy Holland. Nana, good afternoon to you. Na mamechia nana achemfo also so nana achemfo nana wo Hamburg Germany ono so edie a wode aba eno no okay so Dr. Sapon or a lecturer I don't know so you know
Madam for Winnie
was it progressive I was tell Pablo I'm campaigning for him but me and him get fight.
I the bit winning
also no one talk up about
I the bit winning
edi I was oti el honum yanko enim na spend about 10 minutes na yan hwade we be national issues mo kakra then before front here to abadema wa dey ba because you see na wa yiri nyina no and from the kwashia go
and shingu ya for instance, the call center now is setting up. I never can say until recently, I access branches. Now, me 34,000 branch youth organizers. Now, me will be our phone number, will be our details. We have the data on, and it is only the youth in any also data. No? So we were sending information directly through the call center to our branches. So right now, guys, in the politics, a strategy. So you're setting up call center. We had over 40 volunteers from the various universities. So another first group, but area another set baby anyway, and we're running like 24 hours. Into what the call center was doing was we got data on phone numbers. Into we're calling parents directly to find out about free SHS and then telling them because free SHS was a big issue in 2020 because of the number of students are normal graduating out of free SHS. Now potentially about a fraction of them were first-time voters. We needed a comprehensive strategy to deal with that. So the call center dealt with that. Apart from that, the role the call center was also playing was that we were speaking directly to 34,000 branch chief organizers. No? We're calling them, and you can find out. Finding out
34,000.
Yes, we had a call center of NIPA 40 and running, and the national everybody Obi Abeshe office no. So they were picking calls. They were finding out from them. Challenges our constituencies. So we made direct interventions in some of the constituencies. In Yeba, we were better informed as to why. That is how come I ended up in Salaga North for say could be bare 4 days or no more. I ended up in Timpani. And then we do Timpani. You can find out from the MP. Not about me or no more. But our crowd we got and how we mobilized was bigger. And that is part of the reason how we won that seat.
Wow.
It was because of data and information and we gathered. And we got all this from the data center. And I want to thank the regional youth organizers because they volunteered information.
Okay.
Even to mobilize and get branches the information was a challenge. So every information will be and we send it directly through their former number smartphones. No. Those who didn't have smartphones were calling. To the extent that we even use USSD. So app platforms, sending mobile money to reach out to people. So we had a comprehensive digital center and they ran a campaign in the 2020 elections. And almost everybody from Kenok Bevlolate, Dr. Bikwache, Obi office, Nibia was impressed. The kind of setup we had. And I can say without any fear of contradiction, you can even find out from Mamo Boss or Anomo James.
Okay.
They all came to see the center. And it did amazingly well for the NDC. And in term we will still need those innovations for 2020. Also, we've repositioned for the first time a party in opposition. 10. Pick your phone, Android and Apple. Go onto the Play Store, National 10 app. You can register to become a member of 10. Your digital ID card, you pay Shama on your phone. You pay your dues. Your institution. It is a whole community. Check the app.
Wow.
What's that 10 app? No be any be. You started boot camp idea, not them before starting EAB. Now they're also implementing. So all these are programs we are doing. They're for the campus caravan, where we're organizing lectures on campuses, trying to change the discourse. 10 for a meeting, there'll be a general meeting. Now we are doing symposiums. We've changed the narrative, and that is what we intend to do across board. We are coming out with something called TAN. You're organizing that there were 2 types of young people. There were aspirational young people, those who are tertiary driven, almost building on in other areas. And then we have another group of artisans, traders, and then people who do other jobs. They are not called professionals. They are not within the intellectual class, but they also have a role to play. We are forming BBR in the coming days. In Yamia Adoma, launch a TAN, Traders and Artisans Network, so that we can bring on board every other young person. If you're organizing students through TANA, those who are not in school, but are school going age, where do you put them? They all come under TAN. No? And it is a up now. I can't say a baby launch because today the world is technology driven. 80% of the people, somewhere randomly say, where do you get your first information from? And none of us, sorry, first information, radio son out. And your phones. So we are leveraging on technology to run an effective and a modernized youth wing. And so we have a lot of innovations at Yedeba. And when we launch our campaign proper and we put out our message now, you will see the kind of contents and the things we intend to do. We will first want them to assess us. On promises in 2018. So, we campaigned on 4 themes in 2018. 1, an effective TAN. Have we been able to achieve it? I'll say yes. A well-resourced youth wing. Have we been able to achieve it? We'll say yes. We said that we'll build capacities. Have we been able to achieve it? We'll say yes. And then the last one was to position the youth wing and make it a force with progress. Have we been able to do it? Yes. And where you're near my forward, the year campaign in 2018. So if we go around again and account to the people through then we will launch our next phase. And I can tell you that the Pablo Project 2, no, the first time was Pablo Projects. Project 2, no, P Square 2 now, more exciting.
P Square 2.
Pablo Project 2. More exciting, more innovations, and I can assure young people, say, we will position the NDC to be battle ready. And the most important thing is creating opportunities for the NDC. Right? The voice we have given the NDC's youth wing. In 2016, when the NDC formed this campaign team, there was no youth organizer on the national campaign team. In 2020, at every level of the campaign team, youth organizers were part. That is bold and decisive leadership. 2, at the national campaign team, 10 had representation. That is the voice we have given the youth wing of the NDC. And that is because of the kind of leadership. But look at me seated here. Am I a pushover? He said, table one, can anybody push me over? Exactly. And that is the kind of leadership we have given the NDC. Apart from that, the manifesto committee. The NDC's youth wing, now you have 2 reps on the national manifesto committee. 1 from TAIN, 1 from the youth wing. So, OSHA manifesto now, you drafted here now. We created a ministry for youth development. It was the original youth organizers. And I'm a mom lead the team Koshia manifesto committee, you know, Professor Dazobo for them. Yeah, don't and I know we share the culture. And we had a committee called the Youth Manifesto Committee. For the first time in the history of the NDC, I drafted a youth manifesto. So we went before the manifesto committee, made representations, and then our thoughts were captured. That is how come you saw a ministry for youth development. And all youth-related issues. And we met President Mahama. And if there is any leader who listens to young people, and it's exciting, President Mahama. We met him at Tomrick Hotel at a program. We had fruitful discussions. That day, I didn't a Tomrick Hotel meeting, and the Kusha Manifesto Committee, maybe I know Musha East Lake. And then we did our presentation. And most of the things we raised, issues that pertain to young people, especially issues of employment and creating many more opportunities for young people, were all captured in the manifesto. And so most of the exciting things you saw, some of them came from our youth groups. And we had full representation. Now you were Benedict Lassie, who is a lawyer, who sat in on behalf of the youth wing. Julian Mausi Kobna was the 10 rep. He is a former NUX president. Was the 10 rep on the National Manifesto Committee. These were things that never happened. And that is the kind of representation Yadima youth wing. To the extent that even now at the constituency levels, the constituency campaign teams, youth organizers automatically made parts. This is decisive leadership. Leadership that speaks to issues and gets issues addressed. And I'm going to say, you should compare records. You should compare what people have been able to do. And let's look at where we are going. And I can assure you that in the coming days, people will begin to see a clearer picture of what we have done.
I see. Okay. All right. Miracle Herbal and Counseling Center, Ewaha. Na Miracle Herbal, Aswe, you know, Brebu mu yade, Michelle liver disorders, yeshe, massage, counseling, homeopathy, infertility treatment. So, Barna Beme Power, na matren, atran, emano. Eka titini yakase ema ena sebio eba na wo ewa wadiem relationship mu na awo ma ne de ahye ye fa ne sen ye nua no mba no ba da na hwemu aba se enye ma nko ana sa oha no ewo mso me ma dodo na enso oha nti sabre wutie me na sa oha we ewo wo ne wo partner ntemo a eno ane se o so ne nsa na makọ Miracle Herbal and Counseling Center na afisi afa obade no bra ene hamaso atimi atusa yade na se na watimi afa ho wo afa ho afa oba eba na koma mu yade kidney ene ho aka bra kache men kom yo fa nkoto dialysis every week bia no unya sika enkonkonkonko ye sanso na mpamu agudie bia ho na mani sansa gallbladder stones so no tete wa bra STDs outdoor and prostate issues in ano a Miracle Herbal and Counseling Center, your modern health assessment and machines a diagnose nipa enti yanka ne yenhye ne so sanso na nei your herbal training and counseling school e wa yakachi a ebi akon bedo se oba be gentete na da chi bi adwuma ayeyi onso watimi aye aboroyen de ne so a ana wa ya chen ne a Miracle Herbal and Counseling Center yen ye ma usa konya kese a enya asam ketwa o hwe akira kwan a yewo amanahia Otinibi Junction Madina Dodowa Kwantempo so sanso na Kwetiman ye ben Kwetiman Palace Achimota La Paz kwan so asam na making Mr. Ani eni nkomo 0244813145 and 0244693618 GIAC Consult and Construction Limited. GIAC etonton sase na ene GIAC semen kancho se Omao litigation freelance ewo yibi bawaleshi pram kaswa denchira obum amasaman abeniase Ferry Junction New Jerusalem eno no ewo Apollonia sanso na amrahia eno so eben Elegant Homes na yesanso ye construction of buildings isi adan evaluation quantity surveying land surveying, estate development, project management, and a road and civil engineering works in a GIAC Consult and Construction Limited. One more and number call Samuano. Na a new share yen office na your amana here land farm, ye bang a ye Cabell restaurant, and ye ninkomo 0303 958616 and a 0549 504125. The last time I know a 0548663073. Third Eye Care and Vision Center ewaha na Third Eye Care say and they mimi sound simfua mako ayemiensa uyu bi a ohwade a ohune papa uyu bi a tipaye ewo so na otipaye no ene na ekọ ochina na ba na chesa kwakọ ekronkro ada oso ache ananso uyu bi a otae hye ahwehweniwa odie no emu adurasa ama nei open papa ne bo ewo fomo a bacho memfa wani enkyere babia Third Eye Care and Vision Center ya kache no se wodi wani ho yade bi aba na esefata se yentwa o scanner ye scan no esi wani natiko wani nachi na yetwa scan no yade bi ebeyi no ye be ma treatment na afisu no oso watimi afatuma pafra wani ho yade bia mesrew menko ba bi emobi emfa sabi makusam enkoso ngu wani so ema no emfa o ha kese bia ma sanse wani enu wiase kanea enei se unhunu ade a na chese esum ka bi ena dru wiase a obae your ultra modern machines and equipments e yakachi a yedidi adwumadie sanso ne well trained optometrist and staff a oma yadwuma na ache intebana experience na suahunu na wo mu kitabi papa enya asem ketwa na obae akachi a your spectacle lenses wo ho spectacle frames e wo ho sunglasses e wo ho and contact lens eye drops edoso pa etibrabe to bi kura koton na osunya sika brabe to bi na enso efa ye ho na face no oyade ni nyina enko emfa mountain nei sedem ni kankan ni hu yade bia no Third Eye Care and Vision Center na yeko na face no yetimi akwa yeni yade bia yaso ye ne mienu ewonkra ha ewo North Regional yene Sunny FM ewo Dankrum sanso no ye sanso wo airport residential area yene Mirage Residence no ene die no mhwe ye ben Association International School ye adwuma fiti joda ekopim eye ifiada anopa na nwotwe ekopim eye anwumre nonson empemo 8 am to 7:30 pm branches ni bi no nyina sa enetie sanso enna eye edu memenda yɛhyɛ adwuma ase yɛhyɛ adwuma ase nonkron ekopim awia donko mpamu 9 am to 1:30 pm ne du kwasi danko ade a yen airport branch ne pɛ ene ebie anopa no du ekopim awia no miɛsa 10 am to 3 pm eti sana nhye no so etie ene yeni nkomo 0245 938389 and a 0243287008. Omadara makambi ene de PAMPASO jumadi ebrewa enya asem ketwa akasima mako aduonu miensa na awia no nan abo no nan bo a yebema mu so na afi so agoromre enso atimi aba George Opare Addo Esq ewo ha oye national youth organizer edema NDC amanyoko no akrama misa ma akwa biem na yenko yenim yenhwe Ghana me pese mekwako yibie agye wom o share the current state of Ghana baby ya dru kwan afa so ye boy bra inflation baby akwakodu 30 is here 37.2 last month
40 points
almost 41 crore bia but I'm 37.2 on the buy cho say eno no de but ni almost yen kan kire almost say yen ni Ghana for ni komo no 37.2 yen IMF discussions outdoor yen no nkitaudi no manya nyina no abana wie ye ene dollar ne cedi no odum say entokwa bom ntemu a wo kan so far amamwo no who ni say
Enya, MMD kind my opening remarks as some of the can is in any proper democracy, I can buy no my penetrate in towel. A boxing, I can turn the towel at ring them so to me could be. Naki asesano. Minia, according to the new IMF report, the debt to GDP above 100%.
Almost say by a few na we no. Be 104.6%. Yeah. By December.
Yes, scary. So what it simply means is you're failing. In the old market Ghana, F streets. She know be my beka. Offer environmental issues. Okay? And now I'm share video be a branch be a. Now, I was a young doctor, be Yusuf baby, and when I saw the video, me almost shame about even in Koda, you started a war with deformities because of insione sana ini nyame konsioni ma omo de man galam say no. And na o shed ya ekoso na utie de ekoso nyina na MPP mpanifo agyeagyina mu na afide omo no mu 2 galam say no. Te biams and Mohanom no hini bibe kasa kakra.
Yeah, enra.
Meaning it's scary. The level and your institutions in now run it down. Right? You for education. Basic education, a collapse. Capitation, no. Textbooks, no. Teacher motivation. Under the able leadership of Prof. Nana Jenopo Kwajima as Minister for Education, teacher absenteeism reduced drastically, the lowest ever we've seen.
Teacher for an
Today, teacher absenteeism is on the rise. Randomly go to the schools, teachers need that is basic education. Uja honwe now back second cycle. Laudable project, free SHS. You're implementing it so badly, sir. And then teachers crown bachelor in Kodani crowd not motivated. In Kodani crowd classroom cry is a problem. About tertiary, another mess. To the extent that tertiary run a shift. No more. Sometimes we be under President Mills, the President Mama, now you're in the shift system. And the Kufado you introduce a shift system at the secondary level. Because we only have shift system at the basic level. And they now use schools under trees no. They came to replace it with shift system. For healthcare, the state of our healthcare under President Mahama, we saw how health infrastructure across the country and up. District hospitals, COVID-C, and yet President Mahama investments or our healthcare more. What was the position of Ghana? But be an almost your moon no. It became vacation centers. University of Ghana, Health Minister Nyako vacation in our hospital. Because it was ultra modern, so we call eco vacation. And we did all this investment. Mobile baby anaya yedu. Kumewu, Tepa, Afari. The various health across the country. Mobile abandoning na. Must have the agenda 111. Yehuniti. And then there was shortage of beds. Same be here. only God knows where we are going. Meanwhile, now you work planner, now you nam so ananka trajectory near papa. Yeah, no fear. Now let's come to the economy. Bread and butter issues. Me now because I shan't read not to stores. Me boy come as I want so. I didn't hear because I'm saying January taxes on my job. And you see, Sanka ye twa di mpo na wucha tax na ken ye ya. Currency na Pascal. And then ura market now to mo bag 100 Ghana cedis. Now see cancel. Ko ye bo 100 Ghana cedis so see cancel. O kofi aba de cha aba be for aba be turn 150 Ghana cedis. Because the name no can say no dollar na 10 cedis and do 11 cedis. So you cannot even plan as an entrepreneur. So a businessman and a woman I don't mean plan because all planning and then not with this rate no. All buy an analysis and the sad aspect is that almost working CIF, no more working duties now, almost working in dollar. It is a ne. All buying a boss phone. What they buy in the duty 10 Ghana cedis. Now who crack off fan man who figure on 10 Ghana cedis. Now they know your projection. Obe back no. So dollar need 11 cedis for no duty assessor. I buy nippon who say me can be me mismanagement and I'm currently depreciating you know. Prices are which are the porters can me maintain price no. They tie to the dollar. If any time the dollar the best is affected. It's not in the commerce for at two stores. Me answer in Chabo so kind of but with you. And then even other petty traders will have to close down. And then exchange losses. So much say we be able to do boka. Microphobia no more fat plastics. Edeba. Omo oda emzobunya contract bi. Nti omo quote at a certain price. In 3 months, when we do Ghana, no, they had made losses of almost $80,000 in exchange price losses. So economy, aginsem. But be a solid sefi any environment, sabi. Environmental sabi between home from apart. Now when you be a ma wa say am boni kro no. MPP penny for TSC and kwaye and no mu require no mu di too gold. No mu say yensio. And the president aye ni high no we ni because you see party here sika. And no more say o mine no. If this is not a failed state, na de bem. Na de ya krampo a it transformer. And they say when ya sema o say o court.